Hi, thank you for joining me. Today I want to talk to you about selecting candles, and that's selecting candles for your magic work. Now, what drives your selection for a candle is usually the length of time that you're going to need to do the magic work, the purpose or intent for the work, and the color of the candle that you will be using. And that may have some more to do with what day it is or who you're working with. So, for instance, if I'm just going to clear a room, a small space, I would use I would probably choose this small utility candle. Any candle is game. You don't have to use a candle that has been made with a special purpose or made for magic work, but you can use any candle and infuse it with the energy of your intent. So this is a utility candle. You pick them up. There's like they come 6 or 12 to a box. You can also use tea light candles. I tend to use candles to clear a space like other people would use sage. The great thing about this candle is you can inscribe or write on the outside. The surface is great for writing. This is a tea light candle. You can use these also. This will pull out, and then you can actually write on the bottom of this, on the sides of this, and on the top of this. And it comes with its own little holder, so I kind of like that part. These would be used for clearing a room, or if you only needed to use this for a couple of hours, because they generally last a couple of hours. These are birthday candles, which I'm trying to open this pack. This I got for the color. This was the only silver one that I could find at the time. You generally find the gold and the silver ones around the holiday time. So that will work also. And again, this may only burn for some minutes. It may not burn for a full hour. But you can pick these candles for a short period of time. Other candles come in a glass. And this is a permanently affixed candle in a glass. You can write on the outside of this. You can also inscribe symbols or words on the inside of this candle as well. They have some similar to this that are larger in size, and they're called pull-out candles, where this whole entire candle pulls out and you can write around the surface of the candle and then insert it back into the glass before lighting. They generally cost about the same amount as a brand new candle would cost. The only great thing about them, again, is that some people prefer to, in some particular rituals, require that you write on the surface of the candle all the way around the surface of the candle. And you can't do that with this, but you can write on the outside of this glass around the whole surface of the candle. So that would drive you also as to that type of candle. Now, these candles generally last 7 days. For me, they only last 3 days, but this is called a 7-day candle. And then I know I'm probably not pronouncing this right, but it's spelled V-I-G-I-L. Vigil candles are considered this, but or this type of candle, but with some type of religious aspect on them. So this one is a Blessed Mary Virgin, a Virgin Mary candle, and it has a prayer already inscribed on the outside. Now, you can use this if that's what you prefer, but if you just needed the candle for the color and the color only, then, and this is all that was available, not a plain one, then you could use this, purchase this, remove the label, clean and clear the candle, clean the outside, clean the surface of the candle in the glass, and clear it of the intent. Then add your own intent to the candle. that would also work. These candles come with a paper label, and then some have a label that has been screen printed on it. This, if you didn't need what was screen printed on there, but you did need the color candle, you can also remove this by placing it under running water and scraping it with a razor blade. All of this will come off. This one is inscribed with a prayer in English and in Spanish. And then you also have some other candles that have, this one has been completely dressed. These two have just been labeled, but this one has been completely dressed. It has this little lid thing on top. So it not only has a purpose and a prayer, but someone has actually went a few steps further to actually dress this candle with the oil and some other objects added to it. All of these can be used, and it's really nice if you can find a candle that already has the inscriptions on it that meets with or coincides with the purpose that you need it for. It is a good thing, because now you have the intent of the person that made the candle added to your intent, which just kind of helps your goal come into fruition. Now, the colors of the candles often coincide with planets, angels, ascended masters. They also coincide with some deities, with the zodiac signs as well. And you would let that guide you in your picking or selecting a color for your candle. You're not limited to what you see. I often tell people that they can use a white candle as a substitute for any other color. So if you're looking for a red candle, the store doesn't have them, you can't find them anywhere, then I would use a white candle, and then make sure you infuse your intent on the white candle, and just continue your ritual as if this was the right color that you needed. You can also, there's some other things that you can do as far as stating to a deity or to a god to help infuse this with the color energies that you need. If that's your preference, you can do that also. I think I have covered everything. The purpose, the color sometimes drives your purpose, and the color also, your purpose will drive the color that you select, as well as who you're working with or what you're working with when it comes to planets or angels or deities, days of the week. That will also drive your selection of color, and then length of time that the candle is needed will drive the size of the candle that you need. I have seen some candles that will burn for 12 days, which is really great. But if you can't find that type of a candle, then I would say use several of these smaller candles in order to reach your goal. Working with candles and candle magic, lit candles that is, please exercise the utmost caution and keep them from igniting or catching fire. So thank you for joining me. Until next time.